The American people need champions to remind them what they're capable of.
Jesse, you're the best.
You're the fastest man on the earth.
Walking up to that stadium for the first time, literally walking, in the same footsteps, Jesse did. And then to walk up to that stadium and see how massive it is, and to feel what Jesse must have felt when he walked there 80 years before. But, I can still feel the immensity of it.
This is a really true, gritty story about a kid who comes from a really tough background and lives in a country where racism is built into law and has to try and figure out what to do with his life.
What do we have here?
I'm Jesse Owens.
You're a natural. I don't trust naturals. I will say, you can run. Boy, oh boy, you can jump. What I want to know is, can you win?
It felt when I read the script like, oh, I knew I felt a connection to this guy. I knew who this guy was. I'd had mentors like that in my athletic, career as a high schooler and in college. And I was like, oh, I think I know who this guy is. And it was very similar to a coach that I would always, respond to too, with the way the character was written.
Larry Snyder, played by Jason Sudeikis, who's this guy who's not a racist purely because he wants to win. He doesn't see color, and his desire to win at all costs, and Jesse's desire just to be free and run, combined to create something which could be a fairy tale if it wasn't true.
Jesse Owens sets a new world record.
You want to win a gold medal?
Sure.
You want to do it in Berlin?
It was never his intention, never his plan to go over there and show anyone up or try to prove anything to anybody. And I think that's what makes him so special. He purely just went over there to chase his dream. He definitely made a statement by going over there and doing what he did.
Let's see what we got here.
Problem, Coach?
No.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah.
I knew pretty early on that there was a lot I had to do to be able to put myself in the shape to sustain, 3 months of playing the fastest man on the planet at one point. For me, it started at Georgia Tech. For about 2 months prior to making the film, I was training there with track and field coaches there, and really just trying to get myself in the best shape I could to run like how Jesse ran, which is a very particular style.
Out there ain't no black and white. There's only fast and slow. Nothing matters. Not color, not money, not even hate.
He followed his heart, and he followed his bliss, and he followed his gifts, and it, lo and behold, it changed the world.
So many people think of him as Jesse Owens, the athlete and the world, champion and Olympian, but I just see him as the man and the father, and that's what I tried to portray in the film.